Often when we use MS Project as project managers, we tend to use different views in order to get the most out of our schedule. It could be utilizing the task usage to see what resources have been applied to a particular task. Or it also could be the resource usage, where we want to do a deep dive on a particular staff or resource to find out what their work plan is for a coming week or month. But in doing so, we often fly blind in terms of understanding what predecessors and successors of tasks are, as we don't have the Gantt chart in front of us when looking at these views. Well, in this video, we're going to show you how to use a rather seldom used tool, that being the relationship diagram, to help us out at these times. Now, I mentioned earlier that the relationship diagram is seldom used. And when used on its own, you could probably understand why. So if you go to your Gantt chart pull-down menu here at the top left-hand corner, you'll see there's relationship diagram shown in built-in. And now if it's not there, you can simply go to more views and scroll down to R and it will be there. But if you select the relationship diagram, you can see it doesn't really tell us too much. We've obviously selected a task. It shows the predecessor, it shows the successor, but not a lot more. Our Gantt chart certainly tells us a lot more. So we might wonder, well, what is the point with all of this? Well, it's useful when we use it in conjunction with or to complement another view. Let me illustrate. So go to your Gantt chart pull-down menu, and let's just say, for example, we want to have a look at task usage. We want to do a little deep dive on certain tasks to understand, say, the resources that those tasks require. Now, we could be having a discussion with our team as a result of this, and it would be good to know what the predecessor of that task might be. So how do we do this? We'll go to your View tab, and you'll notice here that we can check the box of details. So check that box, and you'll see that the default details split is provided at the bottom half of our screen. But we're not interested in the task form, we're interested in the relationship diagram. So simply select relationship diagram, and here it is. We can now look at various tasks as we go through this task sheet and understand what the predecessor is and what the follow-on tasks will be of the particular tasks that we're looking at. Another illustration, if you were to go to have a look at your resource usage, go to resource usage, apply, and select that. Now, say for instance, we want to look at John's tasks, and we want to go through with John his work plan for the month of September. And in doing so, we are looking at some of the tasks that John will be undertaking in September. And we see that there is check for any required licenses. Well, this is an excellent talking point. It enables us to discuss with John what he needs in order to carry out the task in terms of the predecessor, and what will be the consequences if that task is delayed. And we can see it'll have a bearing on whether the risk assessment is required or not. So a very powerful tool. So in utilizing your relationship diagram, you can have the ability to really level up your project management and scheduling expertise. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear from you. Please subscribe, and please feel free to leave a comment. We'd love to hear your feedback.